Good morning. This is going to be, trying to make sure my volume's up. This is going to be the Virgo reading. And I'm going to tell you, like I've told everybody else this past week, make sure you are not contributing to this energy of fear. I am not saying do not be cautious. I'm not saying do not stay at home. I'm not saying don't practice social distancing, but what I am saying that as a collective energy, you need to stop feeding it. And it's already starting to dissipate because people are realizing and they are shifting their attention to other things. And that's really all you need to do right now is just start focusing on something else. And that is going to be paramount because we are a collective energy. And whatever one person focuses on manifests. And so imagine if all of us who are one collective energy, we're all connected consciously, focuses their attention on something, what happens? If you notice, it's already starting to kind of dissipate. And the reason why is because people are distracted with other things, which is very paramount right now. We got several tarot cards. I'm using my Oceanic Tarot, my mermaid deck. And then I'm going to pull oracle cards as well. Ooh. Lots of love energy. So we're going to find out what's going on with you energetically. What is your current energy? And take what resonates, and whatever resonates, use it to manifest, to create whatever type of reality that you want. Because that is what this is all about. You know, I was saying yesterday in my Gemini video that humanity is waking up right now like never before. This is a mass awakening, and I feel like this pandemic really helped people to awaken to the universe and the magic of the universe. You know, I got to looking around, and everyone seemed to be experiencing their very own version of reality. Everyone, it seems like, was experiencing their very own fears. And people were looking around, they were arguing, and they were like, that's not true, this is not true. What store are you playing with? What store are you shopping at, Mars? And I was like, you know what? Everyone is experiencing their very own version of reality right now. It's crazy. And so people started questioning. And so I really feel like once the questioning starts, people realize that there's more going on than what meets the eye. And that one definitely wanted to come out. And I'm going to pull one more oracle. Yes, I'm in my Cookie Monster pajamas. I've literally been in pajamas like all week. Like 9 o'clock, okay, it's time to go take a bath, put on my nighttime pajamas. 9 a.m., it's time to take a bath, put on my daytime pajamas. I don't care. I'm like, maybe I should wear something more professional when I do my readings. I'm like, you know what? I don't have anybody to impress because it's the message that's important. And I am doing personal readings right now, and they are at a discount rate, $20. Cash App, PayPal. I can either send you your very own link to your private video on YouTube that only you and I can see, or if you're one of my Facebook friends, we can chat it up on Facebook Messenger and I can pull some cards for you. I take Cash App and PayPal. I'll include my contact information in the description of the video. We have Queen of Cups sensitivity. So I'm feeling very strongly right now that your heart is wide open, that you are really getting in touch with your feelings right now. And some of you may even be in your feelings. Maybe you're experiencing some feelings that are uncomfortable, that you've never dealt with before. And a lot of times as human beings, we judge these feelings. We're like, this is bad or this is good. And if you can really kind of get past that and just accept what's happening right now, because the message that's coming through is that everything that's happening right now is being divinely guided, and that you are on the right path, and this is a mutual connection. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So a lot of what you're dealing with right now is self-created. These are your self-limiting blocks. This is part of your conditioning and some of the fears that are coming up. You know, some of you might be facing abandonment issues. I know that's a big one. So a lot of times if you are in a connection, and let's say you don't hear from the person for a couple of days, maybe this is someone you start talking to and you're real excited about it, and they kind of ghost you for a couple of days, and you're like, oh my goodness, they've abandoned me, or they're rejecting me, or maybe you've reached out to them, they haven't gotten back to you. The message that's coming through is to give it time. Take that time, that couple of days. A lot of times it's very important to go out and still continue doing things that you love to do, so that when you do talk to this person, you have lots to talk about. You know, are you going to be like, well, where have you been? Well, I haven't heard from you. You know, you're just like everybody else. No, what you need to do is be like, you know, it's so good to talk to you. You know, yeah, you know, I've been off doing this, that, or whatever else. Because that is what puts you into a more attractive energy. It's more magnetic when you still have a life of your own. So continue doing the things that you were doing before, because it was that energy of independence that attracted this person in the first place. So don't get all caught up in neediness, because not needing anything attracts everything. Because like I said, that's how you attracted this person to begin with. So continue being you. Don't lose yourself. King of Pentacles, trust. So this situation is calling for you to have trust. And like I said, it is a mutual connection. But a lot of times, like even, you know, if you did get ghosted, or, you know, maybe this person said something that hurt your feelings and that's why you're in your feelings. It's for you to look at yourself, because people hold up a mirror for us. And so it's not so much a reflection of them as it is a reflection of you. A lot of times you look at it and be like, oh man, they're just another narcissist. And I hate labels. Like, I hate labels. I've really come to realize that there's really no such thing as narcissist. And I know you guys are going to disagree with me, but I'll have to make a whole video about it. It's our own projections. It's our own fears that are creating the situation. So this person is holding up a mirror for you to look at yourself. So instead of placing blame, be responsible for yourself, and definitely go back and look at any type of family issues that you have. I'm not really big on healing because, you know, we're souls first and foremost, and the soul is perfect. But we do have human conditioning we've taken on that you need to actually go in and look at. And it just involves shifting your perspective just a little bit, and possibly even forgiving people. You know, and you don't even have to tell the person you forgive them. Just, you know, and it's just an energetic shift. Rebellion, upstart, tumult, revolution. So this is kind of going against the grain. And you need to step outside your comfort zone. Maybe this person is not like anybody you've ever met before. And a lot of times we meet people, maybe there's an age difference, maybe there's an ethnicity difference, a religious difference. And so we really worry about what other people are going to say or what they're going to think about it. Try to step outside of that, because once again, we as human beings, we create divisions with humanity. We actually are all one consciousness. We're all connected. We're all a part of the universe. We all make up the universe. And so actuality, this is more of a soul connection. So if you can see past any of the labels or the packaging that it comes in, and really go soul to soul with this person, and even sexually, that came through for some of you, that makes for the most amazing sex if you can connect on a soul level. and stop worrying about other people. You know, if you've got somebody in your ear telling you, you know, maybe this person isn't for you, or disregard that at this time, because I'm feeling very strongly that some of that's going on. The Hangman, limbo. So yes, you're kind of stuck right now. And the ego doesn't want you to be happy. It's that whole devil energy. So maybe your own ego, your own thoughts, your ego is your thoughts. You're overthinking this, and stories that you're telling yourself, maybe even those abandonment stories that this person's going to be like everybody else, they're going to hurt you, they're going to cheat on you. Or maybe, you know, you're listening to others, you know, like you can't trust this person. These are all self-limiting beliefs. So you really need to clear those, because this has you in this stuck energy. And this is self-created. It's like a self-imposed prison. And when we have blocks to love, we have blocks to our finances too, because it's basically the same energy. When we tell ourselves self-limiting stories, it also affects our finances, because you're so fear-based. When we focus on what we don't have and we're not grateful for what we do have, we come across in this energy to the universe as like an ungrateful child. You know, I mean, look around at things that you do have to be grateful for, that the universe has provided you with, and be grateful for those. Because if you're sitting around instead of focusing on what you do have and focused on what you don't have, you're going to continue not having what you want, because you're coming across in this energy of ungratitude, like a spoiled child, you know. And so find things daily to be grateful for, and instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do have. You know, if you were able to pay your light bill this month in the midst of everything going on, be grateful for it. If you were able to pay your rent, be grateful for it. Don't think about, you know, maybe you can't pay your credit card payment right now. Don't focus on that. Because if you start being grateful for what you do have, money will just appear. You'd be surprised. Like, you know, you might get like an unexpected check, or like yesterday, I was kind of worried, because I've got so much food and I'm trying to ration it out because, I'm stuck inside right now. All my customers that I sell my products to are stuck inside. I'm not considered an essential business, so I've been trying to ration out food. And I said, you know what? The universe is an abundant place and it's going to provide for me. And a friend stopped by yesterday. She said, I don't know what it was, but I was just really felt very strongly like I needed to bring you some food, and brought me this big bag of food. So it could be like that, and I'm really, really grateful, really grateful. 10 of Swords, endings. So whatever it is that you're perceiving right now that you are losing, you cannot lose what is yours by divine right. So if it seems like you're losing something, it's because something better is coming in its place. But a lot of times we judge it as bad. Oh, this is so bad. Start telling yourself, you know what? Everything is perfect just as it is. I don't care how bad it looks. Something else is coming in its place, because I'm feeling very strongly that you're blocking your own blessings by trying to hold on to things that are not for you. Maybe it's a job that, you're like scared you're going to lose, but it's going to be replaced with something better. And so you have to tell yourself that all the time. I used to get by my days telling myself, I cannot lose what is mine because it'll be replaced. Whatever is mine by divine right, I shall have, or it'll be replaced with something better. Despair. Yes, you're definitely in despair right now. And like I said, it feels financial. And not only that, but you've been in your feelings because of your concerns over this relationship, that it's not mutual, but it is. And it is you creating these blocks. So tell yourself daily, I am love. I'm worthy of love. I'm enough. I don't have to do anything to compete with anyone else. I don't have to do anything to earn anyone's love. And if you can kind of turn that around and tell yourself, you know what, I am the prize, and anybody would be happy to be with me. And those type of affirmations will turn everything around. Trust me. 9 of Cups, a wish. So really decide what it is that you want instead of focusing on what you don't want. If you're sitting around focused on, this person's going to leave me, they're going to leave me for someone else, it's going to always be like it always has been, like all of my other failed relationships. Guess what? You're focusing your energy on that and what you were creating. So if you tell yourself that you want to have a loving, caring connection with this person, and allowing someone to have space and freedom is, attracts them like flies to honey. Because most people aren't in that energy. Most people are just the opposite. And you need to be the kind of love that you want to attract. That's very important here. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So once again, go with the flow and stop trying to push things and stop trying to figure it all out right now. Really try to practice just being and accepting. I mean, that is like the biggest message that's coming through for you right now, that everything is working out exactly like it's supposed to. Everything. Doesn't it always? Like in the long run, doesn't everything always work out the way it's supposed to? I mean, I don't know how many times I've lost an opportunity or lost a job and just been like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But then something better comes along. Maybe it's something that allows me to spend more time, focused on my business, with my family, my friends, more freedom, to make videos, to do my teaching work, which is part of my divine mission. Five of Swords, conflict. So yes, something's happened. For some of you, maybe you overreacted. Maybe, like I said, a lot of times, when we're in the beginning stages of a relationship, or it's ascending to the next level of intimacy, our fears take over, and maybe your insecurities kicked in, and maybe you overreacted. The message that's coming through from Spirit is to let it kind of cool off. And don't be afraid to apologize, even when you think you're right. Don't be afraid to apologize, because the ego wants to always be right. And in the first spiritual teacher I had on this journey said, do you want to be right, or do you want to be in a loving, caring relationship? So don't chase, don't pursue, give a little space, and then send, I'm really sorry I overreacted. I'm sorry my insecurities took over, but I'm really working on myself right now. And this could be a conflict with family. Maybe you're having a conflict with family right now. And if you are, you need to set boundaries. And once again, don't be afraid to apologize. That message is coming through. I have these the Literary Witches Oracle, and I can't say this word, this name. You guys can see it. Let me see if I can look her up, because I have a minor in English and I've never heard of her. I'm about to tell you who she is. For one thing, it says rebellion. We have two cards that say rebellion. So you're definitely going against the grain right now, and you're definitely standing up for your beliefs, and you're definitely speaking your truth. And if not, this is what you need to do. And I feel like it has something to do with this connection. Maybe you are involved with someone who's a different race, a different ethnicity. Maybe your family and friends are like, maybe they're a different religion. Maybe your family and friends are like not taking it so well. Or this could be that setting boundaries with that conflict with family that's coming through. I mean, I'm feeling this very strongly, but let me tell you who she is. She's Iranian. 1935, 1967, wrote Sensual. And someone might be seeing someone from the Middle East, or you might be from the Middle East, or maybe one of you is Christian, one of you is Islamic. I mean, this message is really coming through right now. She was among Iran's greatest poets, heavily criticized for resisting societal norms. She divorced at 21 years old. Usually I don't read this description, but I'm being called to. She was the first Persian poet to write explicitly about sexuality, worked as a documentary filmmaker. Check out the award-winning The House is Black, and adopted a son from a leper colony. Some believe that she prophesied her accidental early death in a car crash in a poem, Let Us Believe in the Beginning of the Cold Season. Maybe some of you guys have a loved one that died in a car crash. I don't know. I was supposed to read that. But she definitely went against societal norms. And so you're really being guided to speak your truth. Soulmates come in all kinds of forms, and everyone that we do meet is a soulmate, like even people you rub elbows with on the street, because they would not be in your physical world, your physical reality, if they were not a soulmate. But there's different degrees of soulmates. And so this one here comes to teach you. We learn from each other, and I am sensing that there's a lot of religious differences, a lot of cultural differences. But once again, if you can go soul to soul and realize that you are both souls first and foremost, and nobody is their body, nobody. These are just the meat suits that we're in that hold our bodies. That's the reason why I tell people don't fear death, don't fear illness, because you will continue to exist in your true form. The vortex, temptation. I feel like this is the temptation to fall back into any sort of patterns that maybe you've been stuck in. To fall back into what feels safe. And once again, this whole reading is about stepping outside of your comfort zone. So make sure you're not falling back into that, because if you do, you're going to miss the boat. And you're going to miss out on an amazing connection that you could have with another person that you have missed out of fear, out of fears of displeasing others, out of the fear of getting hurt, fear of the unknown. So definitely be like the Fool in the tarot deck, and don't be afraid to take a plunge and to take a leap of faith. That's what's being called for right here. I'm going to pull one more of the Lover's Oracle cards, and then I'm going to wrap up the video. Oh, and it gave me two. Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. And that's what I'm saying. Do recognize that you are the prize, and know that and believe that. And find some affirmations to tell you this, to tell yourself this, that you are magnetic and you do attract love. I'm going to get some affirmation cards too. I found some on Amazon. Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. So I feel like maybe this person, maybe they are kind of standoffish at times. And it's kind of frustrating to you, it kind of scares you, because you're like, is this mutual? Does this person feel the same way? And yes, they do. You just have to have that trust, because we did get the trust card. Well, this is your reading, Virgo. And if you would like to have a personal reading, do reach out to me. And like I said, they're $20 right now. I'm sitting at home right now, just not doing anything else. So definitely get a hold of me. Thank you for watching.